Matthijs De Ligt to Juventus and the return of Gianluigi Buffon to Juventus as the backup to Wojiech Szczesny. All of this happening right before the addition of the 65th Champions League. There were 64 prior Champions Leagues before we kick off the Champions League campaign of 2019-2020. First, Gianluigi Buffon was born on the 28th day of January, and that can be formed as the number 128. The greatest has gematria of 128. Gianluigi Buffon is in fact the greatest goalkeeper, and let me show you how it was scripted for Matthijs De Ligt to join Juventus. He was born on the 12th day of August. The 12th day of the 8th month can also be written as 128. So 1 to 8 day month sequence for both Gianluigi Buffon and Matthijs De Ligt is very interesting. Now the 2020 final is going to be the 28th final since it was renamed the UEFA Champions League. Here's why Matthijs De Ligt and Gianluigi Buffon are going to win the Champions League with Juventus. Buffon equals 28. Turkey equals 28. The site of the final is at Turkey, is over at Istanbul. Very interesting. Matthijs equals 128. I should have known better. I didn't. I just went with my head. Hey, you could join his Barcelona teammate Frankie de Jong over at Barcelona, but they weren't going to offer him playing time. And De Ligt, he's going to learn behind the best center backs in football. Gets to play with Cristiano Ronaldo, with Dybala. He's going to win the Champions League on top of it before Messi does with Barcelona. So what a brilliant decision for Matthijs De Ligt to learn from the very best, from Van Dijk on the Netherlands team, and then Chiellini on Juventus. This guy's going to be an animal, learning a little bit of everything from each of the respectful greats. Now, here's why De Ligt is going to Juventus. He played with Ajax. He beat Juventus when he was a member of Ajax. Now, the significance of Ajax has everything to do with the last time Juventus won the Champions League, and we're talking about the 1996 Champions League final. Juventus defeated Ajax during penalties. Their big signing is going to be the young world-class defender from Ajax. This was a tribute to their last Champions League title, and this is why he's going to win it over at Turkey. Now, there have been 64 prior finals before the 65th final of the Champions League. Buffon equals 28. La Hoya Dybala is going to stay. Allegri was coach, but left. I mean, the club wanted to part ways. It wasn't really a sacking. It's just that they wanted to move on in a different direction. And Juventus is going to have a 3-7 record in the Champions League final. It is Juventus Football Club that's going to win after 64 prior finals. The famous slogan, until the end. Leyenda di Buffon. Legend of Buffon. Let me say this. I'm going to predict Szczesny to get hurt, and I'm going to predict Gianluigi Buffon to be behind the net in the Champions League final. They are going to win with Buffon behind the net and Cristiano Ronaldo and La Hoya Dybala up front in Sarismo. This team is going to be something special. Juventus until the end. Fino alla fine, all equal 132. That is his legend. Buffon is going to replace Szczesny after he gets hurt. It has to happen that way. I hope it does. Manager Maurizio Sarri equals 177. It's Istanbul, Turkey. Istanbul, Turkey in Italian equals 177. This legend of Buffon would have to be made. If he makes a mistake, it would have to be compensated with attacking football. Gianluigi Buffon is going to be 42 years of age next year. A really significant number to the Freemasons. You see this? He was born in the year 78, and he is with Maurizio Sarri now. Juventus wear the Freemasonic black and white stripes. This is a Freemasonic lodge. They have that black and white checkered floor. Juventus wear the black and white stripes on their jerseys, the dominance in Italy, and then following short in Europe, black and white represents balance. That is the significance of Gianluigi Buffon's 42 years of age. Knowledge, Freemason, PSG equals 42. I'm going to predict Juventus to defeat Paris Saint-Germain in the final. I'm going to stick with that. Istanbul equals 98. It's go, GG, Forza, GG equals 98. Leo would have to help me out with this, my Italian friend here. Il ritorno del Buffon. Is that the return of Buffon? Or is there another word, tornare? Il tornare del Buffon. Very interesting. Now, it is De Ligt that equals 30. The final is going to be played on the 30th day of the year of May. Buffon would be a backup to Szczesny. Backup equals 54. Istanbul, Turkey. Until the end equals 59 in Gematria. Which brings me to Gianluigi Buffon's birthday, January the 28th. Buffon has a birthday numerology of 36, and I want to say that it is Maurizio Sarri. That was from Napoli. SSC Napoli equals 36. Now Cristiano equals 45. There we go. Now January the 28th of his birthday. How does that tie into it? And then you do January the 28th of 2020. Birthday numerology of 69. Well, the mark of the beast equals 69 and 177. The same gematria value as Maurizio Sarri in Istanbul, Turkey in Italian gematria. Buffon would win the Champions League 14 years later after the World Cup in 2006. The end of a drought. 23 prior years, 14 years after the World Cup. Buffon does this again against a French team. Has to happen that way. Has to. 27 prior Champions Leagues, ever since he was renamed the UEFA Champions League from the European Cup. Matthijs De Ligt, what does his birthday represent? What do his stats signal? 77 appearances with Ajax. His next appearance, his 78th league appearance, would be with Maurizio Sarri. That's the significance of that value right there. And now, 134 appearances. I don't know what's significant about 135. You know, he had 55 total appearances with Ajax last year. He scored 7 goals. Ronaldo wears number 7. The date numerology of the final of May the 30th of 2020. Date numerology of 55, and you don't include the 20 out in front. And, you know, he had 33 appearances with Ajax in the last couple of years. And when you think about Juventus and the Freemasons again, Juventus AFC owner Agnelli, and it is Masonry that have the gematrias of 33. The date duration from Buffon's birthday to the day of the Champions League final. Now, 42 weeks later, De Ligt is going to beat Paris Saint-Germain. Buffon is 41 years of age right now, and he would enter this year, 41 years of age. The last time Juventus won the Champions League came during the 41st edition of the UEFA Cup. Buffon's career ends when Juventus wins the Champions League. Yes, sir, that's what's going to happen here. That's why Buffon is now with Juventus. The 28th Champions League ever since it was renamed from the European Cup. Buffon was born on the 28th day. 64 prior Champions Leagues. It's all scripted. It corresponds with Gianluigi Buffon's numerology. And now, the final step. What is the time duration from Gianluigi Buffon's birthday to May the 30th? time span of 4 months and 2 days. PSG's Gematria 42. I really don't know what's the significance of 123. That's a really great question. He's born on the first month and the 28th day. That's 29. And then it's manager Maurizio Sarri equals 29. And he would win the 65th Champions League. So pretty good summation. Why Matthijs De Ligt is with Juventus. And why Gianluigi Buffon is making his return with the club as well.